created.
Shane.
What?
Make it all by itself.
So we're doing something.
The whole point of Fearfully Created is we don't make it about ourselves.
I didn't say Fearfully Created. I said Awesomely Created.
Awesomely Created is a spin-off of Fearfully Created.
Well, the spin-off has taken shape. So anyway, we're doing something extremely different today. My beautiful wife wants something done with the oven range.
That's beat up.
She don't like the how it looks. So she's wanting it kind of boxed off, but she's wanting it to look pretty. So
I don't want it a particular way. I said you have your way with it.
Right, but you want it pretty. You don't want it looking like a butt.
I just want it covered up.
You don't want it looking like a butt.
No, I don't want it looking like a butt. But...
Okay. Today, I am taking full reins on this project. She's not allowed to touch it. She's not allowed to look at it.
I can look at it.
No, you can't. No,
I have to. I'm on the other side of the house.
Then face that way.
No, I'm not allowed to make comments. I'm not allowed to make noises like.
No, you're not allowed to.
I'm not allowed to have an opinion, and I'm
No.
not allowed to give suggestions or ask questions.
You're not allowed to look at it. Look down if you have to. Think of it that you're going down the road and a shirtless man is running down the road. You gotta look down. That's a shirtless man up there. That's a shirtless man up there.
I about break my neck.
Yeah, well, there you go. Anyway, I'm going to take full reins. I've got it in my head what I'm going to do up there and everything and how I'm going to make it look. My general idea of what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make 2 frames on either side. They're going to be attached to both the wall and the cabinetry. And they're going to provide kind of the frame. And then I'm going to box in the actual range itself, and then that way it's completely covered. It's gonna look like it's part of the cabinetry, but it's gonna be coming out. But then I'm gonna go over it with trim to kind of give it like a nice pretty look, kind of similar to what we did over here next to the fridge. So yeah, that's my plan. So without further ado, let's get this thing started.
Let's get it.
How'd you know I stopped?
Let's get it.
How'd you know I stopped? I tested you.
And I heard your come on over the ringing in my ears.
No.
Yes, I did.
No, you're up to no good.
I literally heard the come on. My ears were ringing so
What
loud.
season are we in?
What?
What season are we in?
Uh-huh.
Christmas. Who's watching you? Jesus. But who else is watching you?
Santa Claus.
He sees you when you're sleeping, and he knows when you're awake.
No.
That is a very scary thought when you think about it.
Well, have you ever got cold? Have you ever went to the North Pole? Have you ever took a stroll?
Yes.
You never went to the North Pole.
Yes, I have. 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 Yes, I have.
Hey, child.
Yeah, child.
It's a big child.
You're a baby child.
You're a jerk child.
I'm telling Santa.
Well, hey there, everybody. This ain't a voice that you're used to, I know, but it's my turn. I have the mic on the floor. And
I'm monitoring.
Get out of here. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to tell you about what I'm doing right here. Right here, I'm actually getting the measurements for the cabinet thing that I made for Merina. And I am not used to this. This is going by so fast, so bear with me. Anyway, I had to get my measurements. Over here, I had to put the measurements on the wood to figure out where I'm going to cut it, and that's exactly what I'm going to do right here. Look at that. And then, using my trusty skills that the true carpenter Jesus himself gave me, because Lord knows I couldn't do this on my own, I cut the wood.
We're not allowed to do this together. Hold on.
Ain't that just something? Why is the thing not moving?
Because you broke it.
Oh, I broke it. So do I just keep talking?
No.
Okay. So yeah, I'm cutting these pieces of wood to make a frame that's going to go on either side of the range, and that's going to provide the kind of the stability for what I'm planning to do. Like it's going to be a nice skeleton, if you will. of the body of the cabinetry. I love saying cabinetry, by the way.
It's cabinetry.
Cabinetry.
Not cabinetry.
Cabinetry.
You said cabinetry.
Cabbage
Like
tree.
a cabin on a tree.
A cabin on a tree.
Cabbage
yeah,
tree.
But yeah, that's why I'm cutting these pieces of wood.
You still got a few seconds.
Seconds.
So while Shane was building my Christmas present, Colin and I have been working on organizing and getting the stuff we're not using out of here and only keeping in here what we're gonna plan on using in the kitchen and the other rooms. We've got a crap ton of empty boxes here. We've got outdoor decor and stuff, and all of this can leave the house. So that's gonna free up this wall for me to put my treadmill on, and it might actually get used, who knows. So right here we got 2 bags of trash that we got and we're tossing. We've got 2 empty totes, and then these totes right here are just things that we're not gonna use this year that I think if I need to get something, we can go out there and get it. Like I can walk my hiney out there and it'll be kind of like cardio. So we're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. We got a treadmill we're about to set up, and then cardio if I want something out of the building and have to go get it. All of this is going to be leaving the house though, and those boxes are going to be recycled. This is all that's left in here. Like we've got some garland, we've got, actually these signs can go out on the porch as well. I got this at Hobby Lobby for the kiddos to paint this year. We need to do that soon. But this will be staying in here. This is just a bunch of garland. My baby Jesus bathtub is staying in here along with my Halloween dog bandana. And then this is what we got going on for the kitchen, Christmas decor wise. I got all of this stuff at a yard sale. Annie's friends were selling all of this stuff, and I was like, I'm buying it all. So I bought it all. And I'm glad I did, because I did that on a year I didn't even want to do vintage or traditional colors. And now that I'm wanting so badly to get that 90s Christmas joy in the house, I've got all of these things. I even have like a little pump soap dispenser. These right here are Cracker Barrel. I don't know what year these were made, but when I saw Cracker Barrel on the bottom, I screamed. I scrumped. Because, I mean, those are so cool. I need to Google that and see how old they are. And then one of y'all made this for me last year or the year before. I think the year before. And I love it so much. So that's going to go in here. And just an assortment. Most of this is like the green and red traditional colors. A lot of it is older. And a lot of it is gingerbread. So I think that this is a good lineup for the kitchen. Oh, and I have a nativity that I bought. I told you guys in one of the last videos. I'm trying to buy something Jesus nativity related every year for Christmas because I didn't have hardly nothing, shamefully. So I've got nativities in here that we need to set up.
So I'm taking the pieces of wood that I was cutting outside, and now I'm going to put them together into like a frame. It's literally just a square. I think it was like the top and bottom were 18.5, while the 2 sides were 18.25, I believe. So they were relatively pretty similar in size. What's cool here is, so I drilled out my pilot holes for my screws, and then I actually took a pretty thick drill bit. You'll see it right here. And that was just so that I could make the opening holes wider so that the screw heads would actually fit down in there, and I wouldn't have them kind of like sticking out and causing me a little bit of irk from that. And then I just literally just slid them in here. I got the measurements perfect. I was happy about that. Got them in there, and then I could actually attach them from the other side of these cabinets. So again, that just kind of gives me stability, and that will make sure nothing is just falling apart. I'm literally just using brad nails, by the way. So now that we've got the frame done, this is going to be what holds up the box, basically, of what I'm doing. I'm going to now do my side pieces first, because I want my side pieces to go here. That way the front piece will cover that seam. Give me a second to figure out what I'm doing here so I can talk about it. Oh, so right here I started getting the measurements for the sides. I had gotten a piece of plywood, and I had enough plywood to do the front and the 2 sides. So right here, again, I'm just getting the measurements for the 2 sides. That way I can get them up lickety-split, don't have a fit. And
what was the estimated cost for this thing?
Oh, it was only like $28. Now, granted, I had a lot of the materials and the resources already. I just had to go get some plywood and a couple pieces of trim and some screws. But it was relatively really cheap. I think even if I had to have gotten the wood, it probably would have gone up to maybe about $35-40 tops, which I think is pretty affordable for the most part. The main thing about these kind of projects is just stacking and layering. And when you realize that you can stack and layer things and you can cover seams, cover holes, and then caulk and all that, you can really make things look super duper pretty. And that's a lot of stuff that I've learned from different jobs that I've had in the past. So here I am putting the plywood up on the front. It was really easy to put together or to cut. Really simple cut. You'll see down there, I did have to make a hole area for the button so that we could still turn the range on and everything. And that was a little bit of a pain in the butt, not gonna lie, but that's why it was handy to have a jigsaw. The jigsaw lets me kind of get those curve cuts that a normal saw won't get. So here I am, I'm putting the trim on now just to kind of give it a little more flair. And that bottom piece of trim, by the way, I also had to cut that hole. Again, a pain in the butt, but I think it functions well because Rena will still be able to turn on the range, be able to still turn on the lights, and I'm happy about that. And here I am, I'm now getting the trim for the sides all measured out and getting ready to stick them up there. Because I didn't want it just to be layered and pretty and stuff on the front. I wanted it to just look professional on all fronts and all sides. And so that's what I'm doing here. I also, down on the bottom, I actually cut another piece of, it was like a square-like trim, just to kind of give it a little bit of a, what would you call that, Rena? Like a ridge on the bottom. And I think that just kind of just made it look even 10 times better after that. So, and you can see me here, I'm putting them on the sides. I actually had to go to Lowe's and get another one because the front piece, I hadn't cut it the right size. So I had to go and get me another one because I was determined I wanted that piece on there because I really wanted it to look nice for Rena. I put my heart and soul into this because I like doing things nice for my baby. But yeah, here I am this is the final piece of trim on. And once I get done with this, it should be ready. Or no, I'm seeing things on the editing field here. There's more. I'm putting more stuff here. Anyway, I'm almost done with the trim work, and this will lead up to painting and then caulking.
Okay, so we've got the building part done. Now comes my favorite part, the painting part. But the cool thing is that once I slap the paint up there, I can get the caulk, and once I get the caulk, we're done. And I don't know if you can tell. Oh, that's a TV. But it's actually dark outside. So it's taken a little bit. I actually had to make a couple of trips to Lowe's. And that's the first time I had to get screws that were long enough for my frame. That's because I need to make a Lowe's run pretty soon and stock up on everything. Haven't done that in a little bit. But the other thing too was I had everything down to 2 pieces of trim, which was this long piece of trim, which I would have had, by the way, but I did a mismeasurement and had to get another one. But then the other was the thin, thicker wood here. But yeah, now we're gonna paint it and then we'll be done.
Next up, we're about to throw up some tape up here because Lord knows I don't need to be getting no paint on the ceiling because I definitely don't want to be giving Rena no ideas.
Marina already has an idea.
Darn it, should have kept my mouth shut.
We're already doing that. You know that.
Anyway, getting the tape up here, and I will have to say, I'm not the biggest fan of painting. I hate painting. Rena knows this. I can't stand it. I don't even like painting like pictures of daisies. But
You do good at painting.
well, thank you. I appreciate that. But I will sit here and say that the painting job to this was pretty simple, pretty easy, and I didn't have a whole lot of trouble with it. Oh, by the way, guys, you want to know what's one of the best parts about me getting to do the voiceover? I get to pick the music.
If you're lost and you're feeling low, all stressed out with no place to go, you need something to ease your troubled mind. Social media and sleepless nights, final call for the deadline flight. All you want is to leave it all behind. Now there is a simple remedy to stay fit for all eternity. doctor says it's okay. Spoonful, spoonful, just a spoonful a day. Spoonful, spoonful, the doctor says it's okay. And you don't have to watch your weight. Load up your portion control plate. Just a spoonful burns the fat away. It's fantastic and it's for free. And as long as you agree to be the product, you'll never have to pay. 'Cause there is a simple remedy to stay fit for all eternity. Spoonful, spoonful, just a spoonful a day. Spoonful, spoonful, the doctor says it's okay. Spoonful, spoonful, just a spoonful a day. Spoonful, spoonful, the doctor says it's okay. It's okay. Panacea, a cure for everything. Panacea, whatever problem life may bring, can be dissolved in a spoonful, spoonful, just a spoonful a day. Spoonful, spoonful, the doctor says it's okay. Spoonful, spoonful, just a spoonful a day. Spoonful, spoonful, the doctor says it's okay.
She has not seen this yet. She's been in there helping Colton with something and doing things in there. She has not been in here. She has not seen it. We're about to get her actual real life reaction to this. And hopefully she loves it. All right, Mama.
You ready? Am I gonna trip over a dog?
No. You're doing good.
Ow, what am I tripping over?
All right, at this point, just close your eyes.
I got up close.
You got to close the door. Keep walking. Keep walking.
I'm nervous.
I am too.
Because I've never not, like, taken the reins on a
Yes.
DIY project.
Okay.
I can lose.
Yes.
I'm scared.
I am too.
Okay. Shane.
You're gonna need to say more because I can't tell if you don't like it or if you like it.
I love it.
And look,
I
look.
couldn't have. Oh my gosh! I could not have designed that any better
I was
myself.
gonna say I need to get a small little grinder so I can just finish that out a little bit better right there. I can make it look a little bit nicer than that, but I have to have something small to do. I don't have anything small enough for that.
I'm literally speechless. I never thought it would look that good. I can tell you that. I mean, I knew it would look good, but I didn't know that because, I mean, you basically used what you had except for a few trim pieces.
That's what I was telling them. I had to go and get a couple more pieces of trim.
So how cheap did we do this for? Because
In total, today we spent probably about 28 bucks altogether. But that was, we had a lot of the materials already. That was for the 2 pieces of trim and the screws that I had to get today.
oh my gosh. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. You did phenomenal.
And the only reason this is open right there is because, you know.
We're gonna have that.
Yeah.
That will go and finish that.
You did all that without, I didn't paint. You did all that without me. You don't need me.
Oh, I need you.
You like it though?
I love
You
it.
promise?
Yeah, we'll figure out something like that, about that. Just get a little piece of wood, paint it white, and put it on there, and I can move it over whenever I need to push it, and then move it back over. You did so good. And you got this done in just a matter of a couple hours. I mean, that you've been working on it.
Yeah.
Have the kids seen it?
JJ came in here at one point and said, "Oh, Dad."
But she's the only one.
Also, on the bottom down there where the buttons go, I created a little piece of wood that can be slid to the left and to the right. That way Rena can still hit the buttons, but it will also cover the stainless area.
You'll see that towards the end of this video. It's really cool. Me and Colton got this living room space cleared out and all organized and all the old Christmas stuff out. So now it's time to work on the kitchen.
What are you doing, Rocky? How pretty is this? Oh my gosh. Y'all, Shane just, I mean, he said that he has to route out this area a little bit more clearer. But it looks so good, and I can get in here and I can just press the button. He outdid himself on that. Like, I feel like he doesn't need me anymore. Now that that's done, though, that means I can decorate for Christmas in here after I get it clean. Once I get it all nice and clean in here, I'm going to go through and decorate this room. And then we'll basically be done with all of the main living area decorating. I might do something little in the hallway. Don't really know. But once I get this kitchen done, then the whole main living area will be done and Christmas-fied. We really should have finished this built-in around the fridge before we did that, but Shane wanted to surprise me with that. We still have yet to finish this part, but that's because he's connecting these two things, and it'll be a little bit more. A lot of people were worried about the venting. We got elves up there. They've been acting crazy. My kids are laughing at them. But we've been asked about the ventilation of the fridge, and a lot of you guys were worried about if it would be well ventilated or if it would break. And I thank you so much for even bringing that up, because if I didn't know about that, then that would probably save me a couple $1,000s, because if it were going to affect it, it would have affected it and I wouldn't have known anything about it, if that makes sense. But we did think about the ventilation. Let me turn down this TV because y'all are hearing like ninjas in the background. Story of my life. If y'all were here and y'all were to just come visit me, this is what it would sound like in the background. But we thought about the ventilation, because back here where the fridge ventilates, back here we have a inch thick gap back here, which this is supposed to be an inch from the wall of the fridge, and it is. Y'all are seeing it up against the door here. The door comes out further than the actual fridge itself. There's an inch on either side between the built-in and the fridge. There's also an inch for ventilation back here at the back. And then also up at the top, we left all of that open behind the TV, so that if it needed to ventilate through up there, it could, and it would go through that big crack right there that goes straight up to the roof. Most modern fridges, they don't need ventilations because it's something like wall something other. They have special paneling, and it keeps the fridge from the motor overrunning because of poor ventilation, if that makes sense, because a lot of times people build in their fridges now. So most people don't even have to worry about that. I did just in case, because this fridge is very important to me. It's a blessing to me, and I don't want it going out anytime soon. So just in case it would have affected mine, I had Shane go ahead and work out a ventilation method. That way it had an inch on either side, more than an inch on the top, and an open area up top for all the ventilation to go through if it needs to. That being said, we still need to finish up that other side. I'm sure Shane will get to that. I thought he was going to get to that this weekend, but he really wanted to do that for me and do like a sort of, I asked him if it was an early Christmas present. He said it's an I love you present, not an early Christmas present, but I feel like that is worthy of a Christmas present. He did so good on the trim work and everything. But I guess he was wanting to do that, and then that's why he held off on finishing out the fridge this weekend. So we should have the fridge done by next weekend, I'm assuming. I don't know his plans. I never just jump the gun without talking to him first, so it depends on what he has planned, but I think we'll get that finished up this weekend. The bun's about to go up because stuff's about to go down. Let's get this kitchen
Down thing done.
Let's get the down thing done. Woo, let's get cleaned and decorated.
Since I was a child, when
Along with finishing up the fridge built-in, there's still several little things we still have to do in this area of the kitchen in particular. I still gotta get some light switch covers. These you can see in the background, they're like camouflaged because I kept them on when I did the spray paint for the bricks, so there's literal stripes over them. So I need to get new ones of those, and I also need to paint that left wall to my left there. It's not ever been painted. It's just raw drywall at this point. Need to do that. Need to take the cabinets up to the ceiling, which is something we plan on doing really, really soon. And then we need to fix the gap in between the countertop and the wall. Not really sure how we're going to do that yet, but I'm sure Shane will have some sort of idea. Then we need to fix just some of the areas beside the window frames here where I need to add just a little bit more brick color to make it look like the brick goes all the way up to the window frame. And I think that's pretty much it. Bigger things, obviously I've got to do this whole built-in thing that we're doing on the opposite side of the fridge, and then we've got to do the door here to my wall on the left where the hot water heater is. We've got to figure out something to do with that door. Those are big things though. It's just the little things that pile up that makes a big old to-do list. So we're just slowly etching those off. And a part of that is getting this oven hood range thing done in this video today. I was so happy when Shane said he wanted to do that because I was waiting. That dent, it didn't bother me at first. And then over time, I slowly found myself, my eyes just going to that dent up at the top. But I didn't want to say anything or, talk about it a lot because I didn't want to make Shane feel bad because he kind of made the dent. So the fact that he brought that up and he was like, hey, I want to do this. Is this okay? I want to build in around it. I was like, heck yes. The best part about having the TV in here is I can listen to Christmas music and watch Christmas videos in here while I'm doing Christmas decorating, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm finding a Christmas playlist on YouTube and we're going to jam out to Christmas music while we clean and decorate. Here's what my lineup looks like. I showed you guys in detail earlier. I've just got a random pile of Christmas stuff. Nothing in particular. I'm just using whatever I have, and I'm slowly running out of things to use. I've got this hand soap, dish soap, and spray in this snowdrop scent. One of you guys informed me that this probably doesn't smell like the Christmas version of Mrs. Meyer's thing because it's actually a flower, and I did not know that. So that explains why it doesn't smell Christmassy. It probably smells more like the flower it's made after. The flower it's named after. That's not a crop circle right there to the right on my window. That's actually where we were playing with drywall and sanding in here, and we had a fan to get all the dust out of the window, but we didn't take the window screen off, so it just created this big old crop circle in the screen. I figured out that I can use spray away, like that kind of spray away glass cleaner on my fridge. I googled it and it said that it's actually okay because it doesn't contain some of the things in window cleaners that can harm stainless steel. So that's what I've been keeping my fridge clean with, and it's been making it super shiny. I'm going to go ahead and get started on dinner. I'm just making a quick dinner, and then later on we'll eat like sandwiches or something for dinner. Just kind of switch the dinner and lunch thing around today just because we're so busy. So I'm going to do like some manwich subs, some fancied up broccoli, and some corn on the cob, and that's what we'll have in the middle of the day. And then towards the end of the day, we'll do like sandwiches, grilled cheeses, or something like that. Something easier. I knew that for a majority of the afternoon, I would be super busy here in the kitchen, so I just wanted to go ahead and get a really good dinner-like meal going on. That way, we had that. Later on, we could make some grilled cheeses or something like that. I knew stuff like this was going to take me a hot minute because I suck at garland. I actually sucked at putting this up too, so Shane had to come back in later when he could and fix it for me and put lights around it and stuff because for some reason, as much as he hates putting up garland, he's really, really good at it, and it only falls for him a few times. It falls for me a lot. Look at the Mr. Stray Pig. It's actually a Mrs. Stray Pig here. This stray pig has made my backyard its home, and I keep trying to catch it so that I can consistently give it food and water because I hate the fact that we have a stray pig, but it won't let me. This is what dinner looked like. That broccoli was the bomb.com. I just put Parmesan on it and some real bacon pieces on there and a little bit of grated Parmesan. I literally steamed it in a bag in the microwave, took it out, put all the toppings on it, put it back in for about a minute just to warm it up, and it was so good. I supplemented it for cheese fries because I was really wanting bacon cheese fries, but you guys know I've been trying really hard to watch what I eat. I don't drink sodas anymore. I just drink water or like the little flavored packets in water. Every now and then I'll get me like an orange juice or something like once a week. I've been really working on what I put into my body. So instead of the bacon cheese fries that I really, really wanted, I made myself bacon, cheese, broccoli. And hey, some people might say, okay, Marina, you drowned it in cheese and bacon. Is it really that much healthier? And I'm like, yeah, it's green. French fries, especially frozen French fries, which is exactly the kind of French fries I would choose, it's way better than that. See, I told you guys that Shane was so much better at putting up garland. It drives him nuts, and he says he's not good at it, but he gets it up in half the time it would take me to get it up. He says he doesn't have a lot of patience when it comes to little tedious things like this, but he has way more patience in this department than I do. It gets really, really dark in here because we only have a few recessed lights up in the ceiling, and the ceiling is brown. It's very dark, so it gets dark in here really fast, especially in this season when it gets dark at like 5:30. So I was trying to get as much as I could done here while we had daylight, but at this point it was like 4:30, 4:45 or something like that. So I was trying to rush and get as much as I could get done while it was daylight, and then just wing the rest of it at nighttime. If we had lights on the other side of the house, it probably wouldn't be as bad, but we don't have any lights at all on the other side of this area where the second living room is. So I was just trying to get what I could get done in the light. Earlier, whenever I was talking to you guys through the Christmas decor that I had to use in this area that was on the island, I think I said all of it came from a yard sale, the church yard sale. I can't remember if I said all of it, but if I said all of it, I was mistaken because there's a few things in here that was not from the yard sale. There's a few things in here that I have got just over time. There's a few things in here that you guys have made me, a few things that have been given to me. So it's just an array of things. A majority of it came from the church yard sale though. So the 90s feel I'm going for, that sort of theme, is usually considered to be gaudy and cluttered. And that's a little bit of a struggle for me because I like basic usually. I really like clean, clear, sort of minimalistic, not super minimalistic, but you know, just I like it to look clean and sparse because it just helps my brain. So when I decided to decorate for Christmas in the 90s theme, Shane was excited about it because he's like, yes, the clutter, the colors, all of that stuff. And I'm like, oh no, am I going to like it? But it's really not bothered me so far. The only part or the only place I think it might bother me eventually would be here in the kitchen, especially on the countertops, just because I like clear countertops. We'll have to see, but so far it's not bothering me. I'm actually finding a lot of joy in all the stuff, Christmas stuff this year.
Mama, the nerve of that there guy.
How does he sleep?
How did you do that?
Manifested it, I guess. Like it.
I made that my ringtone from somebody's TikTok. I don't ever want to hear you call me Elijah again.
I'm in the right in the middle.
Well, I'm not calling you Elijah, you just call me Elisha.
I don't know how you did that one.
You gave me your mantle.
I'm so invisible, no one has to.
I watched you go up in a chariot of fire. And as you were going up to the heavens, all I could hear was, in your heart, heart.
I don't know how you did that. My whole life is made whenever I get a water out of the freezer and it's an icy.
Here's the cool little thing Shane made to hide the buttons area until he could get a router to like cleanly route off this area. He literally made like a little door sort of thing. I shared a little like Christmas mini home tour, like few shots video over on Instagram. And when you guys asked me where I got these, I got it from Amazon and I'll have them linked down below. They are super affordable and I love them. They're so cute. If you want like a nativity but you can't really afford like the really fancy ones, these are a good alternative. The ones I got, 3 of them came to a pack and they were all different sizes. So I was able to make a centerpiece with them and I just loved the way that they turned out. took this little wooden boat sort of thing, and I was like, I'm gonna make a centerpiece out of that. So I took some extra garland I had to cut this garland off from the garland that's around the entryway because it just made it too long. So I was like, I could probably use this for the centerpiece. So I took that garland and I put those 3 little nativities in there and kind of just made a cute little centerpiece for the island. I put garland I had cut off, the just extra garland I had, and then a garland that I had bought this year but I didn't use. It has like little pine cones on it. I put that together and just made a centerpiece. And then I forgot I had this little Christmas wiener dog, so I added it over here to my bookshelf in the second living room. Kind of just moved stuff around. I really liked it here as sort of like a book stopper sort of thing. I am burning through candles like crazy here lately. Like, I mean, so many candles I'm burning through. It's a good thing because it means I'm getting my use out of them, but I'm having to rotate them like crazy and get new ones all the time. This is one that I have just a little bit left of. It's a gingerbread one I got at Ross, and it's not one of my favorites. It's not very scented. It smells good until it's lit, and then it just smells burnt. So since that one's almost done, I went ahead and pulled this one out that I bought last year at Ollie's and just never used. Y'all always say to cut my wicks when I go to light candles on camera, and I don't know why. I don't know the science behind it. You guys have told me 1,000 times, but I keep forgetting. I don't know if it makes it light easier or what, but regardless, I trust y'all so much. So if y'all tell me to cut my wicks, I'm gonna cut my wicks, even if I don't know why I'm cutting them. I actually even have matching wax melts for this that I got last year too. They smell really good. It's sort of like pepperminty, but like vanilla-y pepperminty, if that makes sense. And even though I don't like the gingerbread candle, I'm still keeping it because the candle itself is so pretty. Let me just say I've had an absolute blast filming these decorating videos for you guys. I've had so much fun just decorating, period. And I've had so much fun filming and posting as regularly as I've been posting here lately. It sucks because my videos seem to reach more of you guys whenever I don't post as frequently, but I'm not going to let that stop me from completely enjoying this season and just posting as soon as I want to, just to get a larger reach. I feel like those of you who want to see the videos, you'll come regardless, and you'll find your way over to the video no matter what. So I'm gonna just post as much as I want to post, and that's quite a bit right now. I'm not gonna worry about the back end part of making videos and what they're suggesting I do for a larger reach. I'm not worrying about none of that. I'm just gonna have fun with you guys this season and post as much as I can. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I hope y'all have a blessed morning, evening, night, whatever it is, wherever you're at. Know that I love you, but Jesus loves you so much more. I will see y'all in the next one.